What is up, book nerds? My name is Hillary, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my first book haul of the year, and I am so excited to show you guys what books I got for Christmas, what one of the books is that I got for the Barnes & Noble 50% off hardback sale that was going on after Christmas, and some other books that I collected the last couple of weeks. And before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe and that notification bell, and you'll be the first to know when I am posting. And yeah, let's just get right on into this book haul. Alright, so the first three books I'm going to be talking about are the ones that I picked for January's Book of the Month books. I'm so excited to get to them. One of them I got because that is our book for the book club that my mom and my sister-in-law do, and the other two were book picks for this month. And one was a romance and one was a thriller or fantasy. I can't remember fully. But the first book that I have here is The Reunion by Kayla Olson. This one just looks like a fun little read and simple little romance. And I'll just read a little bit of the blurb on top. It says, sometimes real life happy endings require going off script. That's just all I want to know going into this, because I feel like if you read too much of the synopsis, especially with a romance, you're not going to enjoy it as much. And yeah, I can't wait to get to this one. I might read it this summer, or this could be one of our book club picks, because I know my sister-in-law got the same one also. The next book that I got from Book of the Month is one that I'm excited to get to also. Like I said, I think this one is either a thriller or a fantasy. I can't remember. But that book is Queen of Thieves by Breezy Marsh. It says right here, there can only be one. And that just sounds great, so I'm guessing it's a thriller. But the little blurb on this one says, an electrifying historical adventure about a ring of bold and resourceful women thieves in post-World War II London. This just sounds fun. Just sounds so like action-packed with female main characters, and I can't wait to see what this book has in store for me, and I'm hoping to love it. And the last book that I have here is the one that I'm reading for our book club, and that book is The Wilder Women by Ruth Emmy Lang. Now, I was a little skeptical about picking this book, because it is a historical fiction, and if you know me, no, it's magical realism. And if you know me, magical realism isn't really my forte, but with our book club, we're trying to break out of our shells and read different things. So I just agreed to read this one, and I'm just happy that it's not super long. I'm just hoping it's really good. But it says, Ohioana Book Award finalist Ruth Emmy Lang returns with a new cast of ordinary characters with extraordinary abilities in The Wilder Women. And I'll just read like the first paragraph of the synopsis. It says, 5 years ago, Nora Wilder disappeared. The older of her two daughters, Zadie, should have seen it coming because she can literally see things coming. But not even her psychic abilities were able to prevent their mother from vanishing one morning. That's all I want to know going into this. I have very low expectations because I know magical realism isn't really my favorite genre, but I'm willing to give it a try, and if I love it, I will, maybe it'll be a new genre that I am open to reading. I know the only other magical realism book I really read was The Night Circus, and I just did not like that book. The next two books I'm going to be talking about are ones that I got for Christmas from my mom. I knew I was getting these because I picked them out the day we went shopping, and they are The Hunger of the Gods and The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. I know this one's the first one and this one's the second one. These are fantasy books. I'm excited to read them. It says on the back of the first one, when the gods fought, it was a battle so savage they destroyed themselves, leaving nothing but their bones and the broken land of Vigrid in their wake. Now as whispers of war echo over the fjords and across the plains, fate follows in the footsteps of three warriors. A huntress on a perilous quest, a noblewoman pursuing battle, fame, and a thrall seeking retribution among the mercenaries. known as the Bloodsworn. All three will change the course of the world as it once more falls under the shadow of the gods. This book just sounds really good. I've seen it on Instagram quite a bit, and I think her name's Sahar here on BookTube. I know she read this book and she enjoyed it, and I am excited to dive right into this. I've had my eye on these books for a while, but I did not want to pay for them, so I just had my mom get them for me for Christmas. And these next 5 books I got the day we went shopping when I picked out these 2, but I bought these ones. The number 1 book that I'm going to talk about is the one that I got at the Barnes & Noble 50% off hardback sale that they had going on. And the only book I got from that one, because the Barnes & Noble we went to did not have a lot of good selection of hardback books, and I was kind of disappointed. I really wanted to go to the other one that's about an hour and a half. Same distance drive, just opposite ways of each other, but it is what it is. I at least found this book because I've had my eye on it since it came out, and that book is Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. If you don't know, Olivia Blake is the author of the Atlas 6. I believe it's going to be a trilogy, and the first 2 books are out. This one just sounds really good, and it's really short. But it says, true love is just a matter of time. Alone with You in the Ether is a contemporary love story like no other, exploring the nature of love, what it means to be unwell, and how to face the fractures of ourselves and still love as if we're not broken. I know this has a character that has mental health and problems, and I believe they struggle with that. But I'm excited to get to this one. I recently did read the Atlas 6, and it was okay. I'm hoping I like this one better. But yeah, I'm excited to get to this one. The next book, I'm trying to think, that I got from that Barnes & Noble. I believe I only got 2 books from that Barnes & Noble. And the second one is one that I already own, but I own it in hardback, and the rest of the series is in paperback. So I got the last book in this series in paperback, and that book is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I am slowly making my way through Throne of Glass. I'm actually on the last book, is the book that I need to read to finish off the series, and I'm just glad I have a paperback now because it just makes my book collection look complete and makes it look better. And this is so floppy. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to talk much about the Throne of Glass series. Just know this: a girl, assassin, a competition, and that's all you need to know. And it has magic in it. So good. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to read this one and have the series finished. These next 3 books I got from Books & Co. And I wasn't really looking for books to buy from there, but it never fails for me to find books that I'm going to read or that I'm enjoying or that I've had my eye on. And the first book that I bought from there is Perfect Addiction by Claudia Tan. This is actually a movie coming out this year, and it looks so good. All I know about it from the trailer that I watched is it's about this girl who catches her boyfriend cheating on her with her sister. So she asks this rival of her ex-boyfriend, who's now her ex-boyfriend, to train her, or she's going to help train him in boxing because her boyfriend does boxing. And she wants this other guy to win, and they start falling in love with each other. It's a Wattpad story, so it's going to be steamy, and I'm excited to read it because the movie looks so good, but I really want to read this before I watch the movie, and I can't believe I did find this at the bookstore. This next book that I'm going to talk about is one that I've never heard about before, but I guess it has like fae in it, and I am all for reading books with fae in it. But it is called The Night and Its Moon by Piper CJ. It says, I'm just going to read the back of this one because I don't know much about it, but it says, wait for me. Farley is just an orphanage. At least that's what the church could have the people believe. But beautiful orphans Nox and Faye touched Amaris no better. They are commodities for sale, available for purchase by the highest bidder. So when the madam of notorious brothel in a far-off city offers a king's ransom to purchase, Amaris Nox ends up taking her place while Amaris is drawn away to the mountains, home of mysterious assassins. Even as they take up new lives and identities, Nox and Amaris never forget one thing. They will stop at nothing to reunite, but the threat of war looms overhead, and the two are inevitably swept into a conflict between human and fae, magic and mundane. With strange new alliances, untested powers, and a bond that neither time nor distance could possibly break, the fate of the realms lie in the hands of two orphans and the love they hold for each other. Like I said, I had never heard of this book before, and it sounds really good. I believe, because it has one here, that it's going to be a series, and I'm excited to see what I think about it. I want to read this one, and then if I like this one, then I want to look into getting the rest of the series if they're out already, and go from there. I do have high hopes for this one. And the last book that I got that day with my mom shopping is another John Gwynne book, and that is Malice. I am excited to get to this one. I know this one is a series. This is the only one that I got in this series because it's the only one that they had. But it says, the world is broken. Corbin wants nothing more than to be a warrior under King Brennan's rule, to protect and serve. But that day will come all too soon, and the price he pays will be in blood. Evnis has sacrificed too much, it seems. But what he wants, the power to rule, will soon be in his grasp, and nothing will stop him once he's started on his path. Veridus is the newest member of the warband for the High Prince Nether. He is one of the most skilled swordsmen to come out of his homeland, yet he is always under the shadow of his older brother. Nether has ideas and a lot of plans. Many of them don't involve his father, the High King Aquilus. Nor does he agree with his father's idea to summon his fellow kings to council. The Banished Lands has a violent past where armies of men and giants clash in battle, but now giants stir anew, stones sweep, blood, and there are sightings of giant worms. Those who can still read the signs see a threat far greater than the ancient wars. For if the Black Sun gains ascendancy, mankind's hopes and dreams will fall to dust, and it can never be made whole again. This one sounds so good. Fantasy is one of my favorite genres to read, so I feel like this one I'm going to absolutely love, even though I don't think it's going to have any romance in it. But if fantasy is done right, you have nothing to complain about. Alright, so the next three books I bought from Walmart the past couple of weeks. The first one I'm going to talk about is one that is a brand new release. I have read the first three in the original series by this author, and I believe this one's going to be a different series, like a prequel, and that book is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I am so excited to read this because when I was reading, oh crap, drawing a blank on it, the Cruel Prince trilogy, I absolutely loved Jude's half-brother, step-brother, half-brother, whatever, in that book, and I'm excited to see where he is in this story, and I don't know, I'm excited to read this one, but this cover right here, this is what got me. I absolutely love it. So pretty. I have had my eye out on this book since I heard she was releasing it, and I'm ready to jump back into this world. The next book that I got from Walmart is one that I haven't really heard much about, but I think I'm going to like it, and I've read another book by this author. I can't think of what it's called, but the book is Queen of Myth and Monsters by Scarlett St. Clair. All it says on the little blurb is old Adrian said quietly, and when I finally met his gaze, his stare was gentle. You are my light. I took his face between my hands. You are my darkness, I said and kissed him. that's all I want to know, because obviously this is going to be fantasy and have some romance in it, and I am here for it. And this cover is what caught me when I was looking at the books at Walmart, and I decided I'm just going to get it and read it and see if I like it. And the last book that I got from Walmart is one that I saw on Instagram the day that I saw it at Walmart, and it looked good, and it's by an author that I have not read any book by this author yet, but I want to. And this one's pretty short and it sounds cute, and it's called Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. I don't know much about this one, but it says, could you brave the wilderness with your highly suspicious and unfairly cute ex-best friend? So I'm guessing it's going to be enemies to lovers, or enemies, but no, we're going to do this right. Friends to enemies to friends to lovers. That's how it's going to go, and I'm hoping it goes like that. But this one's pretty short. It's about 290 pages. No. Hold on. We're going to look. 315 pages. So, I mean, that's not bad. It seems like it's going to be a fast read, and I am here for this book, and it's actually really cute. Even though I'm not a big pink person, I actually do like this cover. Alright, we're hitting the finish line. I have 3 more books to talk to you about, and these are ones that I ordered from Amazon. I got an Amazon gift card for Christmas in a White Elephant game that we play, and another book I finished, and I was like, okay, I need the sequel before the 3rd one comes out this year, and I need to know what happened so far. And that book is The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. I am so excited to get to this one. I don't want to talk about what this one is about, but The Atlas 6 is a dark academia book. It's about these 6, they're adults, and they are sent off to this academy as initiates, and while they're there, things happen. They all have different kinds of magic, and they learn some different rules on things that are going to happen. And that ending was crazy, and I need to know what happens, because so much happened, and I just want to know what's going on. The next book that I bought is one that I'm sure you've heard about here on BookTube, and if not Instagram, but I got it, and it's called The Great Undoing, Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. This is the 4th book in the Magnolia Parks series. I'm excited to get to it. I have yet to read Magnolia Parks because I just don't think I'm ready for that heartbreak yet. And every time I watch a video about it, somebody's crying because they read the book, and I don't want that yet. And the last book that I got, I am so excited I got it, because I have been wanting this one for like a year and a half now, but I did not want to buy it myself off of Amazon. But I did get the gift card, and so this was part of the gift card money that I used on it. And I've heard great things about this book, and I'm excited to read it, if I can stop saying excited. But you can tell, I'm ready to read it. And that book is The Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. This is not the kind of book that you think of when you see the cover. This is more, from what I hear, is this girl is an assassin, and she's married to this guy, and he's trying to figure out who she is. Like, he's trying to catch her with his job, and they're married, and it's kind of like, it reminds me of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith type of thing, except one's a cop or a detective, and the other one is an assassin, but they live together, and he don't know what she does, and that's what it reminds me of. But I'm excited to read this. This does have books 1 through 5 in it. That's why it's so big, but I love that it's so floppy. And I honestly really wanted to read this one because Katie Coulson on here loved it. And I think I'm going to love it, because if she loved it, I feel like I'm going to love it. And yeah, I'm just excited to read this, and I'm so glad I finally have it in my possession. And I can't wait to read it. Whew! That was a lot of books. I mean, for my first book haul of the year, and since I've been kind of collecting them since Christmas, but I think I got some great treasures here that I'm going to be reading this year, and I'm so excited to get to them. And if you guys want to see a reading vlog for any of these books, let me know in the comments down below. And like I said at the beginning, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe and that notification bell, and you'll be the first to know when I am posting. Also, it helps my channel out a lot. And that is it. And as always, keep on reading, people. Bye!